everyone. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Today we're going to be talking about a subject I am very passionate about, but one that we don't cover often on this channel, and this is twin flames. I know that the concept of twin flames has become such a buzzword in the spiritual community. And there are a lot of videos out there that share an overview of signs and symptoms of a twin flame connection. And I'll be the first to admit I've watched several of these videos myself, being interested in the topic. But I feel there is one sign that is drastically overlooked or glazed over that really deserves its own space. And this is twin flame eye contact. The kinds of eye signs, so to speak, that you will experience upon first looking at and through continued eye contact with your twin flame. In my opinion, this is perhaps the most profound and telling sign of a true twin flame connection. But first, let me just say, if you would like to heal your twin flame connection, attract a twin flame into your life, deepen your bond with your twin flame, or bring about permanent twin flame reunion in the physical, check out the description box of this video. I'll be sharing a bit more information in the description box about a subliminal audio meditation track I've created to help you clear out energetic blockages in all 7 chakras and all the main energetic centers of the body that may be preventing you from manifesting the full-blown, physical, reunited twin flame love that you may be looking for. So again, that will all be in the description box. But let me just start by saying, it would be an understatement to say that eye contact with your twin flame is familiar. Familiar doesn't even really begin to describe it or do it justice, in my opinion, because many types and all types of soul connections will feel familiar. Any person we meet who is going to play an important role later on in our lives, because they are going to play such an important role in our life, we will feel a sense of familiarity in that first meeting, which is often expressed through the eyes. Now, with twin flames, this is beyond familiarity, right? This is next level stuff here. I've heard it described as a coming home type feeling. That's one way to put it. Eye contact with your twin flame will feel like home. It will feel warm. It will feel like knowing. It will feel like belonging. And the strangest thing about it is you will feel all of those things in the first glance. Beyond that, when you first look at your twin flame, you will recognize them. It's often said that the eyes are the window to the soul, and the truth of this saying really reveals itself through the eye contact we first experience with a twin flame. When you see your twin flame the first time in this lifetime, your subconscious mind, your soul, will be flooded with these memories and emotions. Now, when I say memories, I don't mean the way we think of memories as exact pictures, conversations, images. It might be this, but more often than not, these memories come in the form of feelings that aren't attached to pictures. That's the best way I can describe it. So, you know when you have a memory and you feel incredibly happy or nostalgic, or you kind of laugh a little bit at the memory? Well, when you first see your twin flame, it's like you have all of these memories flooding back to you from other lifetimes you've lived with this person. Lifetimes in which you promised you would have this recognition in this lifetime. And because you don't actually have memories of these past lives in this life, you won't often be able to recall the exact instances, scenarios, conversations from these other lives. But what is left are echoes, so to speak. Echoes in the form of emotion. So despite not actually being able to remember what happened with your twin flame in another life, when you see them through this eye connection, you will feel all of this very profound, sometimes even overwhelming emotion. Above all else, you will feel an intense love. And I mean love in the pure sense, not even in the romantic fairy tale sense, but the kind of love you feel for all the people you care about most in your life, whether it's a platonic or romantic relationship. See, a lot of people get wrong about the twin flame connection, that when you first see your twin flame, it's going to be conventional love at first sight in terms of romantic love. So many people say when you see them, you will just immediately fall in love with them like that. But that's not actually the type of eye contact you may experience. Oftentimes, the type of love you feel for your twin flame when you first look into their eyes is like, I know you. I know who you are. I know where you've been. I feel what you're going through. And I just want you to be happy. And most of us don't associate love with simply just wanting another person's betterment and happiness with no strings attached. But that is how it will feel with your twin flame. In a sense, you will feel deeply protective of them as you would a family member. You will find yourself naturally empathizing with them even before knowing their story, and this empathy is intensified through the eye connection. So when you look at your twin flame, you will feel an empathy like you have never felt before with any other person. Not just the type of empathy that says, I feel so bad for you, but the type of way of empathy that says, I feel what you're feeling. And not in a superficial way, but in the way you could look yourself in the mirror and say, I feel what you're feeling. And that's really what we mean when we say that our twin flames are like our mirrors. As your twin flame shares more and more about their life with you, you will find yourself naturally empathizing because likely you yourself have experienced things that are uncannily similar. This is because although your twin flame may, on a shallow level, appear to be very different from you, your lives will have followed the same path. This can really confuse people because, I'm sorry, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here from eye contact, but it's all kind of connected. People can get really confused in this because your twin flame might look like you, or they might look very different from you. Their life might look like yours, or it might look very different from yours. And this can be confusing because although some of the circumstances of their life, the way things played out, could be very different, at the core, if you take a very close look, the pattern is the same. Just like if you're sewing clothes and using a sewing pattern, you might use different fabric, different material, style it a bit differently, and the pieces of clothing could turn out looking very differently, but you can still tell that they came from the same pattern. That's how it is. Your life with your twin flame will run in parallel. You've likely experienced some of the same struggles. You've likely gone through some of the same growth. You most likely struggle with the same insecurities, fears, anxieties, flaws. And you will see all of this when you look at your twin flame for the first time. I've heard it said, and I feel this is a good way to describe it, that the moment you meet your twin flame and first look at them, it's like you receive this massive download. It's overwhelming of everything that they've ever experienced in this life, and simultaneously the same thing happens to them in regards to you. When you look into your twin flame's eyes, because of this download of emotion and information and this overwhelming sense of recognition, you may even feel as if you've had the breath knocked out of you. You may feel a sudden jolt of energy in one or more of your major energetic centers, but especially in the heart center, in the heart chakra area. Some people even say that when they first look at their twin flame, it feels like they're about to be just knocked over, or they get extremely lightheaded and feel as if they could fall over. This is a result of this massive amount of energy that is being downloaded into your being upon this first eye contact meeting. Another interesting thing about eye contact is actually the times when they aren't looking at you. So if you're in the same room or around other people and your twin flame isn't looking directly at you, a lot of times you will still have this sense that they are watching you, that they are looking at you out of their peripheral vision, or that they are focused on you even when they're not looking at you. This is because when you meet, the invisible cord that runs between the two of you, that has always ran between the two of you and is the reason your lives have run in parallel, that cord becomes, it takes on more of a pulling power because it's been given physical expression. That energetic exchange between the two of you on the first eye contact meeting really deepens and strengthens that connection between you that causes you to, at times, feel a magnetic kind of pull to one another through this invisible bond that ties you together. You will especially feel this when you're in the same physical area. So even from across a busy city street or across a movie theater, or even just in the same very large building like a work building or a shopping center, you will feel a tug towards this person that will make it difficult to stay away from them or to keep your focus off of them. It really is like the old cliche of when you look at someone, everything else melts away. With your twin flame, this really is true. You will feel as if the two of you are existing on a level above everyone else. And not above in the sense of necessarily being better, but just existing in a different world. So even in the busiest of spaces, you will feel a sense of comfort because as you are in these very busy physical spaces, there is this energetic space held for you and your twin flame where you are existing alone. So I think I'll leave the video there because I've already shared quite a few twin flame eye contact signs. If you connect with any of these signs or you've ever experienced any of these with your own twin flame, leave me a comment below and let me know your own personal experience. Like I said earlier, if you'd like to check out my 7 chakra twin flame healing subliminal, you can try it out completely free for 7 days. All the information about that will be in the description box. Thank you so much for helping me to create this space here on YouTube. I am so grateful for each and every one of you in this community, and I hope that if you haven't subscribed yet, you'll consider doing so and joining our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Have a wonderful, magical rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.